Hey there, future astronauts. Have you ever found a rock that you thought might be a meteor? Maybe it was super heavy, or it has an unusual color or shape. Well, in this video, we're going to tell you 3 ways that you can tell if you found a meteor. So, let's get started. Our first tip is called the nickel test. The reason why this works is because meteorites are mostly made of nickel and iron, whereas most rocks on Earth don't have very much nickel at all. To do this test, you will need a nail, a lighter, and a rock. First, place your rock on the nail like this. Next, light the nail on fire using the lighter. If the rock is a meteorite, then some of the nickel inside of it should melt and mix with the hot nail. If the proportion of nickel in your rock is within the range of what's normally found in meteorites, then you might just have a meteorite on your hands. Tip number 2 is called the weight test. Since meteorites are made of iron and nickel, they're much more dense than most rocks on Earth, which are mostly made of aluminum, silicon, and oxygen. So a meteorite will usually feel much heavier than a normal rock of the same size. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule, like pumice, which is a very light rock that's found on Earth. So this test isn't foolproof, but if the rock you found is super heavy, then it might be a meteorite. Our third and final tip is called the fusion crust test. When a meteorite streaks through our atmosphere, it reaches incredible speeds, and the friction with the air causes the outside of the meteorite to melt. This forms a thin, dark rind on the outside of the meteorite. Not all meteorites have a fusion crust, because not all meteorites fall through the atmosphere. But if you find a rock that has a thin, dark coating on the outside, then it might be a meteorite. Now, it's important to remember that these tests aren't 100% accurate. For example, you could have a really dense rock that happens to be the same color as a meteorite, or maybe you found a piece of coal that has an unusual shape. So if you want to be really sure that you have a meteorite, you should take it to a scientist who can do some tests to confirm it. But if you're just having fun and looking for meteorites on a hike, these tips should help you spot one if you're lucky enough to find one. So, have you ever found a meteorite? Tell us about it in the comments below. And remember, if you want to see more videos like this, click the button to subscribe. And now you know.